Chris Avina with American Outdoor News. Today I'm here with Trent Cole, who's bringing the same passion and excitement to the outdoors as he did chasing quarterbacks in the NFL. Trent, thanks so much for talking to us today.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Yeah, thanks for having me.
Now, you grew up hunting, but once you got into like the NFL, how do you juggle um, your playing schedule and your hunting schedule? They're the same season.
Um, it's like this. You know, you don't have we it's almost 7 days. It's pretty much 7 days a week when the season when we're in season when it comes to playing in the NFL, and we usually have like one day off. And usually, what I would do, and also don't forget we have a bye week as well.
Yeah,
So
that's
what I
true.
would do is, I had to prep, do everything, what I'm saying, in the off season just for that one moment because I only get one chance. I didn't get too many chances like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? And when I had a
Yep.
chance, I had to be real disciplined how I hunted, you know what I'm saying? Because you know what I'm saying, I only had one time to go there and get it done. So, you know, the only thing that would mess anything up is trespassers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the only thing that messed it up for you, you know what I'm saying? So but like I said, I would bounce that out where, I just that was where I shut work off and then I would go out there enjoy myself. And then, after that day of hunting, I'm back to work, brand new, fresh week. And it was just it was peace to me. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
like I said, I only got one day and I had to make it happen.
Were there restrictions in your contract? Because I know I've spoken to other people who just disregarded it, say this is it, take it or leave it.
No, no, there were no restrictions in the contract. But like I said, in my time, in my era when I was playing, um, they hunting was they didn't look upon hunting was they didn't have a good like I say people didn't look upon hunting that well. You know what I'm saying? They was
Yeah.
very like badly looked on. And now it's kind of gotten a lot lenient. You know what I'm saying? These days.
Yeah, it's more mainstream today than it was back then.
Yeah. So it wasn't looked at very well when I was playing.
Now um, you grew up farming in a
Yeah.
rural area, right?
Yeah. I worked on farms, worked for farmers here and there. I mean, in different industries and something I did. And like I said, it's just when like I said, I got to the NFL and I told myself, I was like, I got, you're getting paid all this money. You're getting all this. They coming in. What are you gonna do? You're gonna, and I was like, I'm gonna go buy a farm, but I'm gonna farm. You saying because that's something I know that I do.
It's in your
And
blood.
that, and but come with farming comes with owning ground on the land. You know what I'm saying? And I had the means of buying land and then when it comes to buying land, you have real estate. So it goes all hand in hand. You know what I'm saying? It all worked out perfectly well. And like I said, it's I just kept going from here. I don't think it never stopped. So I farmed through. Well, even when I was playing ball, I was farming. Then in off season,
Yeah.
and I was hiring. So when they during the season, I would you know do custom. I would have my crops custom combine, and because I couldn't do that part, but I
Yeah.
always did the planning part, and and then now I've retired, and now I do my own combine, and we're harvesting and stuff, and it's just enjoying it all, man. It's enjoying it all, and I gotta say this: buying real estate was and farming goes hand to hand. It was the best thing ever because now I have so many farms that I bought to farm on, and now they, I mean, the prices I bought them, back then, it's on a whole nother level.
Real estate only goes up. They're not making new
Yes,
land.
yes. So they all went hand in hand. And it worked out well for me.
So, how old were you when you first got out into the field? Was your whole family into hunting and fishing? And
Yeah, I come from a family that hunt and fish, man. I mean, big outdoorsman. I had my stepfather who actually he was the one that got me into what I'm saying, got me to starting hunting at first. And then when you go to family reunions, you start meeting, you got your uncles there from yeah, remember you got everybody come from different states and stuff, and everybody come to one spot, and and where everybody's talking about hunting and all that stuff, and then you're like, dang, you didn't know you had an uncle who was freaking who took second in world in archery, and
Wow.
yeah, and you figure out this stuff because you're young. I was young at the time, so you just like you're kind of starting to pay attention because you're getting educated. I mean, you're growing. So every year is a new year, and you're just learning and learning. And I hooked up with my uncle and my uncle Jerry Cole, and I was very, very young. And we just me and him bow hunted ever since. Ever since then, we've been bow hunting, you know, and we still bow hunt every year to this day. He's 79, about to be 80,
Oh, God
and
bless him.
he still climbs a tree, and he still shoots big deer.
Damn.
So yeah.
God bless him. That's awesome. Now, what is your range, your comfort range when you're hunting with a bow?
Me, it used to be like 20 to 30, but now I, I'll send it 40 to 50, you know,
Yep.
and that's the furthest I'm going to go, with me. Um, because there's a reason why I just don't feel confident to shoot past 50. I mean, now if I'm elk hunting, that's a different story. Now I will send, I am comfortable sending out on an elk because it's a larger animal. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
larger. But when it comes to whitetails, 50 is the stopping point.
Yeah. I think I've shot most of my deer within 20 yards with my bow.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yep.
and the
So
furthest was 37 for me. 40 is the limit.
yep. But when I say 50, that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna be thinking about that. You know what I'm saying? 40. When I say 40 to 50, I'm thinking I give it 2 or 3. So I'm like, I don't know if I want to take that shot or not. It depends on, it depends if I'm in the open field or whatever.
Yeah. So for you, hunting, fishing, conservation, it all comes together with your lifestyle, farming.
Yeah. Yeah, and I tell people like this, man. It's a lifestyle, man. You what I did and what I was doing, and especially balancing um, playing playing in the NFL and hosting a outdoor show. Then on the different networks that I was on. Then it was my life. This is
Hmm.
what I breathe, I sleep. That it was everything to me, and I enjoyed it. And like I said, there's a lot came with a lot of work. It was a lot of work. Oh, sorry about that. Sorry about
Yeah,
that.
I remember when you first started the Blitz. I
Yeah.
don't even know if you were on um, the Outdoor Channel at that point. I remember seeing you at the Harrisburg show, selling videos.
Yes. So we started at Cole Outdoors, and that was just the main entity of it. But and then we came out with Blitz, and then we just kind of built up from there, and started from there, and then we went on NBC Sports and Destination America, and Sportsman Channel, and we did it all Pursuit Channel, all the networks that was they had, and we aired in all of them. You know what I'm saying? And also we aired in Canada. We all aired in Canada as well,
Yep.
and overseas. So it what I'm saying, it was a good journey. It was a lot learned. You know what I'm saying from that from what I'm saying from that journey of hosting a television show
Yeah.
and met a lot of friends. Got to see a lot. They gotta do a lot of hunting. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Yep. So what made you want to start the Blitz?
Just more of when all that started. It was just like when it all started. It was like we watched. It was just more of seeing other hunting shows
Yeah.
and watching them growing up like Zonka and all them.
Oh,
Saying
sure.
Tom Miranda. I mean Roger Ragland. I mean we had all guys to look up to, right?
Yep.
And Um, me and my buddies, we had TV shows that were around us in Ohio. And those TV shows that were killing. I mean, they were killing big deer on television, and we're like, these guys are next door to us. These guys are right down the road. So
Yeah.
why can't we do this? Why can't we pick up a camera and do this? What I mean? Like we idol these guys. You know what I'm saying? So now we picked up a camera and I was able to. I was blessed that they would have opportunity to make some money in the NFL, and I was like, I'm gonna buy some cameras. We're all going to just go out and film. We were just doing it for fun.
Yeah.
We were just enjoying ourselves. You know what I'm saying? But I had the means to go buy cameras, um after that, you start meeting people. You know what I'm saying? And they see what we're posting and they see what we got, and it just it just kind of grew from there. And then it just grew into a business. And that's when the
Yeah.
reality set it. That's when reality set in. There's a lot of learning. People learn themselves, and people learn. We learn a lot of lessons, and it just kept growing from there. And I just let it go, and it was just like just let it keep growing.
Yeah. Outdoor TV was still at the early stages when you jumped in, and
Yeah, it
it
was.
really grew into a whole industry.
Yeah, it did. And like I said, it's you know, it was like I said, it was a good ride, man. It was a good ride, and it was fun, very fun.
Well, you've hunted everything all over the country. What's your favorite hunt?
Um, you know what? I don't have a favorite hunt. I have a favorite. If it comes to what game I would rather pursue is my favorite. Top of the list would be whitetail. You know what I'm saying? I'm a whitetail fanatic. Um, and but I have to say this: having experienced moose hunting, that's probably on my number one list is to go back moose hunting because I went one time and it was a self-guided hunt. Self-guided, got dropped off in the plane. That was it. Was there for a week.
That's
You know what I'm
tough.
saying? Yeah, I mean it's but it was the most fun experience. Um, I one of that's probably the one of the funnest experiences I've ever been on. And having a moose literally like 6 foot in front of you, staring you in the face. Because what happened was is we were going with by boat down a creek, and we call down like we go down the creek for like a mile, 2 miles. I say a
Yeah,
mile, two, and we call here and there and just fish down the creek, and then we turn the boat, turn the kite like there was like a small little boat, and we had a trolling motor on the back. We would bring the trolling motor on the plane with us and bring it there with us and pack it in with us,
sure.
and and we would troll back out, and that's when you would see um, these like the big bull moose would come to the creek looking for the call, you know what I mean? And the grunt calls. And what do you know? We had one coming, and I gave a couple grunts to him, and he advanced his way to the creek edge, and then we got with him. We forgot to turn the trolling motor off. We
Uh,
got to turn it off. Yeah. So I'm with a bow in my hand with waders on, and we got to turn the trolling motor off, and it was I had to yell back to turn the trumpeter off, and the boat ran right into the edge, and he's standing there. You know what I'm saying? So if I would have shot this thing, it would have came right at me, and I had waders on, and my cameraman had waders on, and I decided I mean it was world class. This is world class moves, and I decided not to shoot because then there's a big high chance that this thing can just come straight at us.
yeah, and they're not friendly animals.
Nah, because he was pissed off. I got him all pissed off and everything from just the grunts.
Yep. I went bear hunting up in Maine, and I didn't see any bear that week, but I saw three moose. No tags, but I saw three moose. Unbelievable. Chances of seeing one are slim.
Yeah, but yeah, it's like I said, it's that moose hunting, man. That's number one on my list right now. And that is number one.
Have
And
you been
I had
over?
what do you say?
Have you been overseas?
No, I haven't been overseas. Yo, no, no. You know what? I've been overseas, and I had actually had the chance to, but I didn't take it. But um, I did have a great experience overseas though in Italy. I met the first guy the first bow hunter in Italy, and he's the one that got archery. For people that be able to archery hunt in Italy.
Wow.
Um, Yeah, that was a great experience. He showed me the hogs they had. He showed me everything that they pursued and everything, and that was a great experience there. You know what I'm saying? Because it was just an accident. It's just one of my drivers that we had in Italy, and I told him, I was like, yeah, I like to hunt, and he introduced me to this guy. You know, then that was around the area, and he was the first guy. Yeah, he's the first. I mean, his name's Emilio. Emilio. He's the first archer in Italy, all of Italy. He started it. Yeah.
Uh,
So
you like hog hunting with a bow?
yeah, yeah. I've done it with a bow. I've done it with a knife, with dogs. I've
Yep.
killed with a rifle. You know what I'm saying? And I've had my fair share. So I've had some great experiences and some most crazy experiences with hogs.
Yeah, you really learn the term squeal like a pig when you're hunting them with a knife. That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah, it's different. I tell you that.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite hunts. They're unpredictable. Um, they could be aggressive. You just don't know what you're going to get.
Yeah, yep, yep. And that's just the way it goes with them, man. I've been in situations where they gotten loose, got up from under us. I'm saying depends on the size of the hog, you know.
Yep. Sometimes they tree you.
Oh no, yeah. I've done climbed up in mangrove, the mangroves down there. What do you call them, mangrove? Whatever they call them down there in Florida, the orange groves. You know what I'm saying? The trees there. I didn't climb up in the
Sure.
trees. Get I've had them turn around on us and come back at us. You know. Um, I mean, I've had some crazy episodes. You know.
What's the wildest thing that's happened to you on a hunt?
Ooh, there's quite a few times. I murdered. I could tell you when I got surrounded by bears. I was bear hunting in Canada,
Wow.
and I just shot a bear. And we had this one nuisance bear that was kind of like it was the guy. You got to have a guide there, you know, when you're bear hunting. And I've been and they this bears and this they can't run. It be running the guide out sometimes. But this I watched this boar try to kill this cub the first day I ever got there, and I
Wow.
was like, man, that was the nuisance bear, and he's a big bear, and he decided he wanted to come up the ladder on me one time, you know, then and because it was a cub ran up the tree with me, got in the tree with me,
Wow.
and it ran. It was the cub was sitting right above my head, and luckily he didn't come up. I'm sitting there trying to talk to this thing like this thing's a human. I'm like, just don't let me. I don't want to kill you today. You know what I'm saying? I said,
Yep.
not you. I just got here. You know what I'm saying? It's the first day. I just got here. Sorry about that. I'm sorry. My emotion light. Sorry about
That's all
that.
right.
I'm sorry. But I'm saying I wanted to I didn't want to kill that bear because I just got there. It was the first time I got there. And then days into the hunt, I ended up shooting one and I go down to, we call the guide. Tell him, okay, come here. We got one. We're going down with my cameraman. We're going down to the thing. And we get to the bear, right? And this is they're rutting. The bears are rutting. I'm standing there. All of a sudden, I'm about like 20 yards. No, I'm like 30, 40 yards, 30 yards from 30, 40 yards from the bait pile and the bait barrel, I mean. And I'm sitting there and all of a sudden I see these black spots start moving around me. You know what I'm saying? You like see a faint black spot because it's like kind of dark in it, and you're like you just kind of looking and you can just you can feel it. You know what I'm saying? You know how
Yep.
bears are. They got leather feet, leather paws.
You
You
don't
don't
hear
hear
them
them.
come in,
You
they
see
just
them
show up.
first. You see them first. Yeah, you see them first before you hear them. You know,
Yep.
and next you know, I see this bear circling us. And so we're calling the guy like, "Hey, get here quick, get here real quick." Man, they start coming in on us and start popping their teeth. They start getting aggressive. I mean, sweeping the ground, and I mean, I'm talking about like it was something that was scary. You know what I'm saying? That was pretty scary. You know what I'm saying? We had to get the guy to
Yeah.
come in and get us out of there. And then I've had times where I had a wolf stalking me, and then coming out, walking out, and
Wow.
I just happened to look over my shoulder, and I just seen something looking. You could see him just like he was crouching like he was hunting. You know what I'm saying? He was
Yep.
coming right. You could. I mean, He was coming for me. I could tell he was hunting. He had been hunting me. And next I get around the bend, and what happened? Well, really, what happened was is we had left. My cameraman left the camera arm in the tree, and I said, "Hey, you stay here. I'll go get the camera arm." So the guy and my cameraman stayed back. I went about 100 yards around this bend, got up in the tree, got the camera arm, came down, and that's when I looked over my shoulder because I felt something just like looking at me. You know what I'm saying? And I saw him through the weeds, and I was like, "Oh shoot!" So I started walking real fast. It's like, "Oh, here we go." So I
Yep.
started walking real fast. I left my bow with my cameraman and my guide, and I started walking real fast. I was like, "Hey guys, there's a wolf coming around this bend. He's got to be hunting me." Next, you know, so soon as we put the binoculars up to look, here comes two coyotes coming down the trail, and they ran past us like literally like within like 10 yards. Two coyotes, 10 yards of us, didn't even look at us.
Yep.
There's two of them, and he had the guy that told me, he says, "Man, when there's a wolf in the area, he says them coyotes, man. I mean, he scares everything about that area."
Yeah,
And
they're territorial.
sure enough, this wolf he was white. The one when I seen him, he was white and gray, like white and gray and black in him. You know what I mean?
Wow.
But like I hit reason why I caught his face because he was white. And think about it, you know what I'm saying? You see something white amongst weeds, you're like, that don't supposed to be there. You know?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
how I picked him up. That's how I picked him up. But I knew something, I could just tell something was just creeping behind me. I just happened to look over my shoulder, you know, and seen it. But he didn't what happened was he got downwind of us. He never came towards us after he got downwind of us, you know. Because
Yep.
that's what he was trying to do. He was kind of getting downwind of us.
Well, that's the
But
thing with hunting. You just don't know.
yeah,
You don't know what's out there.
nah, that's the thing, man. It's yeah, I mean, I've had a lot of experiences, you know, what I'm saying crazy experiences, but you know, what I'm saying and like I said, hey, I just enjoying being out in the outdoors, and you know what can come with it. You know, I know what I'm doing. I know what comes with all that. You know,
Yep.
people gotta understand that animals are wild game. You know, what I'm saying they're wild. You know, they're wild animals, and like I said, you never know what you can get out, what's going to happen with them because they all got different personalities.
Now, I don't know where you find the time for everything because
Hmm.
you hunt, you had an outdoor TV show, you're farming,
Hmm.
now you have a marketing company.
Yeah,
How do you do everything in one day? What does your day look
man.
like?
What they look like. So I do. It's crazy. People ask me all the time. They always ask me, "How do you do that?" Like, and you remember now, I got 4 kids. You know, I got 4 kids. I got to be in sports. My kids are in that age of playing sports. You know,
Yep.
some of them playing 2 sports. You know, but I somehow I don't miss nothing. I don't miss my kids' game. I don't miss nothing. I might miss one game because of fishing. You know, when I'm fishing and stuff. But I don't miss nothing, man. Like it's like I still trying to figure out how I got it balanced out so well. But I get it all in. I get it all in, and I just don't waste time. You know, I don't waste time because what I'm in, and when you get the job done, it's over. It's done. You see,
Yeah.
it's seasonal. Because look, hunting seasonal, farming seasonal. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So sports is seasonal. You know what I'm saying some sports is seasonal, and all you gotta do is, and then that's what I'm saying. It's just what I'm doing and when I'm in. Hey, I don't. Mine's not year round. So I get it all done, and plus my week way my week is planned is like I'm playing like everything's planned ahead. I'm planning ahead everything. Like I know what I'm doing tomorrow, and I know I'm doing the next day. You know what I'm saying?
So hunting season ends and you start your competition fishing.
Yeah. So I mean that's just blends in. You know what I'm saying? That
Yep.
blends right in. You know what I'm saying? Right out getting to the spring. After the fall and winter, and getting to the spring because the winter I go back into predator season. I predator hunt, and then we're getting to the turkey season, and then it blends. Turkey season pretty much is the fishing season.
Yeah.
So I get out the turkey hunt, and like I said, if you go out there and get it done, you get it done. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what do you do then? Do you go fishing?
Yep. So if you had to flip a coin, would it be hunting or fishing?
I don't even want to answer that. That
It's
I
another
did.
season.
Yeah, it's another season, so it's whenever it all wherever's in. If it's hunting season, I'm all hunting. If it's fishing season, it's all fishing.
Yeah.
And like I said, I enjoy it, man. It's like I say, it's just more of a. I tell people that it's a balance. You can't don't you got to remember take care of business first, and then go out and enjoy yourself. And don't ever forget your family. Don't ever forget your family. And I learned
Yeah.
that. That's why I have people to learn from. They said, when I was younger, they said, don't so take care of business first. You know what I'm saying? Hunting will always be there.
Yeah.
And because the guys before me tell me that they know guys who's lost their families because they was just so into hunting and fishing.
Yeah.
And me, like I said, I'm a guy. I listen. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing about me. I listen, and I'm doing everything the opposite of what they said. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey,
Now, you have a football camp too.
yeah, yeah, I did. I do a football camp from here. Like next year we'll probably start the football camp up again. I didn't do it this year, but we'll probably do it again next year. Um, but yeah, we do that too. And like I said, man, I'm in a lot of stuff, man. I got if I told you I do a lot more than what we're talking. But that way, I
You
do a
know,
lot more than what we're talking. It's just I got a great balance. I got a great system of how I do things, and sometimes a lot of things you just gotta you build it, and you let it work for itself.
you know,
So yeah,
no, go ahead.
yeah. I mean, like I said, it's just a lot of stuff. Like when it comes to business and stuff, I've built businesses, and they manage themselves. They
Yeah.
run themselves, and that's the goal. We get them to run themselves, and then you move on to the next thing. And that's why I was able to do that. And it started to take a long time, man. Like it takes a long time when it comes to building businesses, man. Like you don't reap the benefits until like later down the road, and that's why the more if you this more the successful people, they put the work in, and and there's a lot of people out here not successful because they want it now. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And they understand that hey, you're building for the future, and you got to work, you got to put all the work in now. And that you got to remember now, I was putting in the work. I had businesses 20 years ago, 20 something years ago, so I didn't put in a lot of work in, you know what I'm saying? And it's got me to this point. It took me a long time. It took me 27 years to get to it. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
and they said most people don't really peak out until they're like in their what 50s. You know what I'm saying? 60s is when
Yep.
they really like become very very successful.
Well, business is like farming.
Yeah. Yep.
You got to
So
cultivate it, set the groundwork, and the rest
correct.
kind of
What
falls
you
into
put in,
place.
yeah, what you put into it, you shall receive. You know what I'm saying? So whatever you put into it.
I was born and bred a Giant fan growing up in New York, diehard Giant fan. But when I was in high school, I would go to Ron Jaworski's football camp.
Oh, okay. 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 Yeah. Good people. Yeah. Rangers, good people.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Now we just got to start a hunting camp. Teach kids how to shoot a bow, shoot a light caliber rifle, how to
Yeah.
follow deer trails. That's your next endeavor.
Hey, man, I didn't say this, but this generation, oh, good night. It's different now, man. It's got to. But I think there's a way. There's a way to get them. You know what I'm saying? It's just this generation's different, man. That cell phone, the electronics, social media, it's kind of took it away from a lot of this. You know what I'm saying?
It is. It is. Well, I know you got businesses to run and farming to do, so I won't take
Oh
up
yeah,
any more of your time, but I appreciate
yeah,
you taking the time speaking to us.
yeah.
And
Appreciate you having me.
all right, thanks again.